Yeah, it's been great being back in the Big Sky. Coming back to Montana is obviously tons of family here, and getting a chance to travel in the Big Sky. Like, obviously growing up very familiar with Big Sky play and watching the Grizz and the Bobcats go at it for many years, and kind of the legacy of Robin Selvig, and it's very cool to be back.
All right, and any like special people you get to see? A lot of people from Montana who come to this game specifically, or the Bozeman one?
Yeah, Bozeman one more so. A lot of my family's down in Livingston, and so I think a lot of relatives down there, which is great. Obviously it's a business trip for us, and we're trying to come up and win some games, and just really continue with our season. But it's nice to take a little bit of perspective and see some family.
All right, and then I guess can you touch on your career in Havre? It was great, but just coming back here, do you get to like relive those times, I guess?
Yeah, I grew up coming to camp here in Missoula, Lady Grizz camp, since I was, I don't know, 4th, 5th grade probably, and same thing with Bozeman. So it's nice to be able to just reconnect with people who I haven't seen in a while. A lot of people you don't recognize when you've been gone for 15, 20 years, and then come back and you see some people. It's just really great to kind of bring me back to my roots and get a chance to play in our home state.
Do you ever get to catch any Havre High games while you're
I have not, no. My family has since moved down to Livingston after I graduated from high school, so that's kind of where I go home to. With our time and our busy schedule, we don't necessarily get a lot of time to get back home and be on vacation, so I actually haven't been back up to Havre in a few years.
You kind of did touch on your first year coaching, but how have you grown as a coach, I guess, this year, even though a few games?
I think for us, when we took over the program last year, it was not in a great place, and so for us it was really about recruiting, and I feel like we have a lot of the right kids in. But we're still really trying to change the culture and switch things over from the former regime to kind of the new era of basketball. And we're just really young. I mean, you look at our starting lineup and we have 1 senior and 1 freshman and 3 sophomores. And so for us, it's just really we're working on our chemistry and really trying to figure out different rotations and different lineups and how deep we can go with this team, and just the different things that you deal with a young team.
All right, and then touching on like the new era of basketball, I guess, can you touch on the style of play you're seeing in women's basketball, even starting at the high school level through to where you're coaching at the college level? Yeah,
I mean, I think it has really moved to like a non-positional game where, it's very up-tempo, more exciting. That's the style we want to run. I think for us, it's just getting the right players that fit our system in to be able to do that. I think we have those right players, but now we have to teach them how. To run an up-tempo system, and defensively we really want to turn up the pressure a little bit. So I think just transitioning from a team that didn't have a lot of organization to now really trying them to get to play within a system, it's been a challenge, and we're still growing through that and building through that. But we feel really good about the recruits that we've brought in and that we're bringing in, and we feel like Rome wasn't built in a day, and so being here year 2, we really feel like year 3, year 4 is going to be really good for us.
All right, and kind of going back to something I asked before, but when did you fall in love with basketball in Montana? And I guess was it
I was young.
The state that helped you fall in love with it?
Yeah, absolutely. I was young. I mean, you look at Montana basketball just in general from high school. I played back when they played in the fall, so it was, there's just a lot of great support with basketball, a lot of time that you can spend in the gym working on your game, and so for me, I started falling in love with it as a very young age and just put a lot of time and effort into it, and it definitely paid off for me.
All right, and then my last question is, it's really obviously very young in your career as a head coach, but what would you like to accomplish by the end of your career, or just like the minimum, what would you hope to do?
I think being around Montana basketball and just seeing the legacy that Robin created here, and I think that there's a lot of things that have to go into place to be able to get a regime like that, and where you're winning championship after championship. But that's the ultimate goal, is to win a Big Sky championship, to go into the NCAA tournament and have your players experience that atmosphere is something that I think every coach has a goal to play in that.
All right, great. Anything else you want to add just about being here and head coaching?
No, it's great. It's great. Montana's a great state, and their support for basketball has been phenomenal, and it continues to be.